Okay, fuckers and fuckettes, now this is that dream I've been working on. I've got the tank done. It's sitting on here. I patched it. Y'all saw that in the video the other day. Painted over it with L'Oreal nail polish, same shade as the Honda shit. No, I didn't buff it. It's underneath. Nobody's gonna see it. It's the same hardness and same shade as the Honda original paint. And you can put it in a fucking touch-up gun with a little bit of thinner real quick. Take you 4 or 5 bottles of that L'Oreal nail polish. It's a lot cheaper than trying to buy a pint for, you know, when you need just a little bit like that. If you need a lot, go on ahead and buy the pint. Coated the inside of the tank with POR 15. It's still sitting. What else here? I mean, these are polished. I still haven't filled in the letters. I'm going to fill those in with black nail polish. I still haven't touched up the paint on the engine. I haven't decided if I'm going to. I mean, my thoughts go 2 ways. Yes, it would look a lot prettier if I did, but at the same time, believe it or not, that factory paint is worth a lot more than, you know, brand new touch-up paint. So I'm up in the air as to whether or not I'm going to do anything as far as painting the engine. Now, I've polished a little bit in here. I polished out the valley, so when you pull these covers off, the valley looks really nice. I polished out those covers. Now I should note on the engine, when I polished out the valley, I didn't do a mirror. I just did what you call a satin polish, just to where, you know, folks will know it's been polished on, but at the same time, it looks more natural, like the aluminum that's supposed to be on the bike. I got my fingerprints all over that motherfucker after I did it too. I got all the rust worked out of the tank. And I got all my fucking, well, okay, I got damn near all my wax back off my rubber things. I softened up the rubber things a little bit using Marvel Mystery Oil and a heat gun. That's something I'm not going to show you. Trust me, it works, but if you haven't done it on a few hundred things that you don't really give a shit about, don't do it on anything you care about. I've decided that the hole here where the wire came through, you see, this bike was obviously at some point, it was ordered with that accessory light kit. Those were not signal lights, they were just marker lights. I'm going to cap that with a rubber plug, and I'm going to touch that up with nail polish. And enamel is enamel, and believe it or not, that nail polish is the hardest enamel on the market that you can readily buy. And the wire here, I'm going to fix that, shrink wrap, you know, join these two together, lose this wire. But where that wire came through here, I'm going to put a rubber plug, and the other hole here is actually sitting on top of a flat spot in the bracket, so the rubber plug won't stay in. So I haven't decided quite what I'm going to do on that. Maybe some liquid solder, probably just leave it. If y'all remember, this had them Bucko bags on it at one time, and the bag mounts and everything else. Those are gone, the windshield's gone, those are going to stay gone. Because those Bucko bags are $1,400 on eBay. And I really don't like the look of them, me personally, so, you know, why would I build something that you know, I mean, I'm building this. I'm building it to suit my taste. And hopefully other people like it when it's done, but where the hell did I put that piece? Ah, there it is. Now, I've already done the piece for the other side. That took me about half hour, 45 minutes between the Sandoflex there. And that's 2400 grit in her today. And then she came over on the buffer, and she saw nothing but the white finishing compound white. Oh, fuck y'all, this shit. Polishing compound white. I don't like using the red rouge on this. But it looks a shitload better, you know, I mean, come on. Pitted up, nasty, or nice, you know, pretty. I'm not going to mount it back today because I've got another minor issue. With the one of the screws had a fucked up head. I mean, it's not bad, but I'm not reusing that shit. I've got, goddamn, this bike was in my shed at the other house. I mean, you know, it's been around a long time. So, I mean, I'm going to take my time on that. And what else? Got most of the shit cleaned out of all that grease that was in the fins in the engine from me unsticking that valve. That's mostly cleaned out. The engine's been run through. She doesn't even puff. She smoked a little bit when I first fired her up, but I guess I cleaned her out pretty good because she didn't do that shit for very long. I replaced the screen in the petcock, replaced the rubber, replaced the gasket up under the petcock. Fresh hose here. I'm going to end up cutting that off right there because I don't want that to go into anybody's leg. I put a Corbin style clamp under here, completely incorrect for the Euro, but I'm not comfortable with those little wire clamps. By the way, I got the right fuel line from Aircraft Spruce and Specialty. I went all over Honda, Napa. Everybody had vacuum line that looked like that, but nobody had fuel line. I got alcohol rated fuel line from Aircraft Spruce and Specialty. And I think I only paid $35 for that whole box, and I don't know how much was in it, but there's an ass load. And then I bought all their cutoffs too. The lady on the phone was real nice. She went in the back just to see did they have it, and this guy was like, "Hey man, we got cutoffs in other sizes," and fuck, they threw that shit in. I polished these out, but you know, I can't do nothing about it without re-chroming them, so I'm going to just protect the metal as best I can. And in that, to protect that with, I'm going to hit it with semi-chrome, of course. But after the semi-chrome, I'm going to use this shit. And you can have polished steel and put this shit on it, and it will fucking keep it from rusting as long as you put it on every year or so. Oh yeah, I polished out that little starter cover. I haven't done the other one yet. I had a busy day today. Alright, holler at y'all fuckers and fuckettes later.